Leading the Heat 1 grid to the green would be Dakota Honaker in the 24 car. On his outside was the 12 Gerald Reddington. Coming down into turn 1, Ophelia and Dumian in the 2 car took a look from the second row, and Dakota Honaker would take the lead off of turn 2. Ophelia and Dumian certainly going for her second straight heat race win, as she dives it in underneath the Dakota Honaker in turn 4 to take the lead and lead lap 1. Scott Batista fell back a bit after having to check up. Kyle Sosnowski would make a dive from third place in turn 4, and Ophelia and Kyle would race all the way down the front straightaway and into turn 1, where Sosnowski would have the upper hand and take the lead. Coming into turn 3, William Duncan would make a risky move, pushing it 3 wide and nearly getting underneath Sosnowski. Duncan definitely on the charge early in this heat race. Sure enough, over the next couple of laps, Duncan would close the gap on Sosnowski and would clear him into turn 1 on around lap 5. Skylar Dixon up trying to battle Duncan for first position. He gets a run on the bottom, has to check up in the middle of the corner, but gets a nice run off. With some help from Luke Walker, he may be able to get the lead. They're now 3 wide for the lead, as Luke Walker pushes them 3 wide, and Duncan has the upper hand on the outside. He'll keep the lead for now. Walker would lead for the next few laps. Walker continued to challenge him, mostly diving it into turn 3 to try and get past him, but Duncan was very strong on the high side. However, he got overpowered by Walker once he got some help from Jeffrey Finguy. Jeffrey Finguy now going for the lead in the 20. Down the back straightaway, it looks like he's going to get it unless Duncan wants to get it back. Duncan forces it 3 wide for the lead off of the corner. They're 3 wide off of the corner. That's very dangerous here. Who's going to lead at the line? Finguy. Now coming into turn 1, who's going to have the upper hand? Walker and Duncan both trying to clear Finguy, and Duncan has got the lead back. Fullerton into second. Lap 9 would feature the first caution. Ophelia and Dumian got into Sosnowski, pushing him down into the path of Luka Obrovac, who sent him into the inside wall. No fault of Obrovac's there, and Sosnowski will continue. He only has a little bit of damage. He may still be on pace. Under this caution, leader William Duncan would have to come into the pits for some failure of some kind, probably a tire, and therefore Jeffrey Finguy in the 20 would lead the field back to the green flag. Fullerton right on his back bumper. Dakota Honaker gets a slow restart in third position. Honaker on his way back to the front in a hurry. He gets by Fullerton in turn 3 and goes after Finguy down the front straightaway. Finguy strong on that outside. Dakota's still there as we go into turn 1. He's got some drafting help from Richard Trelinsky, and together they move into first and second position. Down into 3, Ophelia and Dumian going for the lead after another lap or 2 after Dakota Honaker took it. He's got some help from Fullerton. Fullerton wants to get to the front and perhaps stay at the front today. Into turn 1, and Dumian is going to be the race leader. After another lap or so, now Spencer Fullerton's going for the lead. They put a bit of a gap on third place, and so Fullerton thought it would be safe to make his move now so that he wouldn't have any unexpected challengers, such as Alex Allen, who's looming in third position right now. Fullerton takes the lead. Fullerton now has a 2 or 3 car length advantage over Allen. Allen drafting up. Wow, that's a heck of a dive bomb by Allen on the inside, and Allen will actually get the lead. I don't know how he made that stick, but Allen to the lead. Meanwhile, Duncan's been in and out of the pits again. The mechanical problem he acquired must be continuing. Unfortunate for him, he was having a good run today. Fullerton would look to get the lead back, however Honaker would push him high. Fullerton stuck in the middle, out of the final corner. He gets out of that in a hurry. Veteran move there, doesn't want to be squished between 2 rookies, potentially ruining his race, as Damir Bejjanov makes his way up into third now. 4 wide into turn 1 isn't going to work. Reddington, Finn Guy, Stringer, and Nut go 4 wide off of turn 2. Stringer gets into Finn Guy. Finn Guy goes around. Kyle Sosnowski gets a piece. Luka Obrovac piles in. He slams into the inside wall as well. Luka Obrovac in recent weeks has not been helping his reputation as an over-aggressive rookie driver. Alex Allen leads the field back to the restart. Just 7 laps to go now. Honecker would retake the lead off of turn 4. Dakota Honecker really had to check up through turn 2 about a lap and a half later. Fullerton coming up the inside with some help from another veteran, Mark Nutt. In the 0 car, Mark Nutt may be looking to the inside of Fullerton. No, he doesn't. Fullerton into the lead. Mark Nutt and Dakota Honecker both get inside Fullerton. Fullerton really had to check up for that corner. He might be battling a very tight race car right now as he gets shuffled back to 3rd. That car does still seem to be pretty fast though, as Dakota Honecker retakes the lead once again. As we come to 2 laps to go, Matthew Stringer's coming up the inside of Dakota Honecker. Fullerton trying to help Honecker on the top. Again, has to check up relatively early compared to his competitors. Honecker hanging tough on the outside though, as Stringer and Honecker both continue to battle. TJ Dent right on the back of Stringer. He might think about making it 3 wide. No, he doesn't. That's smart. Fullerton in the middle of a 3 wide battle as Walker tries to push his way to the front. As we come to the white flag, Honecker nearly clear of Stringer. Not quite. Had to check up there to avoid hitting the wall off of the corner. Stringer leads with 1 lap to go. I don't think Fullerton's going to be willing to push Stringer to the victory. Fullerton hanging right on the back of Stringer for now. Walker on the back of him. He pushes Fullerton high. He's giving Stringer a bit of a push down the back straightaway. Fullerton maintaining the outside. He has to check up quite a bit. Once again, his car gets a tight. Walker coming along the bottom here from 3rd position. Off of the final corner. Who's it going to be? Stringer or Walker? To the line, it is going to be Walker by about 0.04 of a second. Walker wins heat race number 1. Matthew Stringer finishes 2nd in the 87 car. The 71 of Richard Zielinski finishes 3rd. Skylar Dixon, 2nd in points, finishes 4th. And rounding out the top 5, we have Spencer Fullerton in the 73. Leading the Heat 2 field to the green flag would be a pair of rookies on the front row, Ty Dent and Tyler Faber. Ty Dent on the inside in the 83 car and Tyler Faber on the outside in the 112. Ty Dent gets a pretty good start and he will lead the field down into turn 1. Sawyer Girl wasting no time in getting to the front from 3rd position. He gets to the inside of Ty Dent. Now Ilya Bonarenko going for it. In the 77 he has to check up and Sawyer will lead lap 1. Sawyer Girl with an awfully strong car. He leads all the way until lap 4. That's one of the longest lead patches of these 2 heat races as Mike Doan finally gets to the inside of the 01 in turn 3 as Sawyer Girl breaks a little bit early. Doan will be the 3rd leader of the race. Not for long, however. Swanson in the 69 along the inside of Mike Doan, and he will take the lead off of turn 4. Coming off of turn 4, William Nicholson would get into Terrence Day and send him down into the inside wall. Hard hit for Terrence Day, and out of the race he goes. He would exit his car perfectly fine. Swanson leads the field back to the green flag. Washer in 2nd, and London now going for that position. He restarted 3rd. Pichu London will get the position off of turn 2. In the next couple laps, London would get shuffled. Washer back into 2nd as Sawyer Girl makes his way back up into 3rd position, passing Ilya Bonarenko. Washer and Swanson continue to battle down the front straightaway. Swanson nearly clear at this point. The 5 still hanging tough on the inside. He's got the preferred line through turn 1. Swanson holding very strong on the outside, finally has to check up Washer into the lead. After another lap or so, Swanson takes a dive at Washer and Swanson back into the lead. After leading a couple of laps, Sawyer Girl, right on his back bumper, makes a move in turn 3. Turn 3 seems to be a very easy spot to make a pass on this circuit. Turn 3 and 4 requires a lot more braking than turn 1 and 2. This track a little bit Darlington shaped. Very fast through turn 1 and 2, quite a bit slower through turns 3 and 4. Swanson and Girl once again trade the lead. About a lap and a half later, Swanson back into the lead. Now Carl Endumian coming up his inside with some help from Tyler Thaber and James O'Shea. At the end of the backstretch, Carl Endumian takes the lead. James O'Shea ditches Tyler Thaber in the middle line and begins his charge for the lead himself. Into turn 1, O'Shea washes up the track a bit. Pichu London takes this opportunity to get to the inside, and they race 3 wide through turn 1, and Endumian Endumian checks up. He is back into 3rd position. London checks up a little bit. O'Shea in the lead for now. London dives it in there in 3 great battles for the lead here at Twin Ring Motegi. Now off of the corner, Pichu London is going to grab the lead. Thaber, however, is not willing to let London lead too many laps. Thaber to the inside of London, and he will lead that lap himself. A couple of 34th and 35th in points, now battling it out for the lead in heat race number 2. Thaber with a very rough turn 1 as he has to check up multiple times, and that completely ruins his momentum. He gets shuffled back into 3rd position at least. Washer and London now in 1st and 2nd. Washer going for his 4th heat race win of the year, gets by London to take the lead. Seems every lap there's a lead change at this track. Thaber by Washer and into the lead. After Thaber led a couple of laps, Washer back to his inside. Sawyer Girl back up into 3rd. Sawyer led some laps early, got shuffled a little bit towards the back, now charging his way back towards the front as we close in on the final few laps. Washer would lead the next few laps. Washer locks up the brakes coming into 3. He loses a lot of time on Sawyer Girl there. Sawyer Girl back into the lead. Just 5 laps to go now, I think. Washer wants that lead back, and he dives for it in 3. James O'Shea trying to get 2nd from Girl. O'Shea sliding up a bit, trying to get in behind Sawyer Girl. Sawyer Girl checks up. James O'Shea gets into the back of Sawyer Girl. That sends him down into the inside wall, and that will be our 2nd caution of heat race number 2. With just 4 laps to go at the taking of the caution flag, Washer is going to win his 4th heat race of the year. Or is he? Washer blows a tire while under caution, and despite his team's best efforts to try and convince the HARC officials to let him stay on track, he was forced to come in due to him spreading debris on the circuit, and Washer goes from almost definitely taking his fourth heat race victory of the year to finishing 17th. Unfortunate for him. Beneficiary of this, though, is James O'Shea in the 03 car. He got in the back of Sawyer Girl to cause that caution, but controversially, he will actually win this heat race. Tyler Thaber comes across the line in 2nd position. Pichu London in 3rd. A couple of some good runs for a pair of guys who really need it right now. Paul Swanson finishes 4th, and Carl Endumian is going to round out the top 5.